guys, happy Friday and welcome to Friday Favorites and Flops. I hope you all had a really good week. Had a pretty okay week myself. I ended up getting a really bad cold on Monday, which just is like still clinging on at this point. So unfortunately I probably still sound a little bit nasally, and my apologies. I don't know what to do about it. It just is one of those colds that doesn't want to go away. So anyway, big thing this week was that we are in the home stretch with a lot of our remaining like minute detail like home reno projects. As you can see, the door is finally back up in the background. I know most of you have probably been wondering what the hell it's been doing leaning against the closet door here. We had our doors repainted, and as a result, we didn't hang them back up in the door jambs that we still needed to paint. So until we got that done, there was no putting the doors back up, because there really wasn't like a purpose to putting them back up, because we just have to take them back down. So the door jambs are all finally painted now, and we just have like a tiny bit of touch-up paint, and then we're done. I honestly can't believe that I'm finally at the stage of being done. I feel like I have something on my teeth, but I don't. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into Friday Favorites and Flops, and I'm going to go ahead and start out with my home fragrance pick for the week. And this week, I've really been enjoying this candle again. Now that we are in full-on summer mode, it appears, where I live, these more fruity type scents are appealing to me. This is Blueberries and Cream. I do believe that Bath & Body Works still sells this particular scent. I honestly haven't shopped at Bath & Body Works in a number of months now, and I don't foresee myself shopping there anytime soon. They're just... most everything that they're putting out right now is repackages or fragrances that I just don't really tend to gravitate towards. I do hope that they come out with a fall and winter release that is strong and has lots of either returning favorites or some great new stuff in the line. So we shall see. But anyway, Blueberries and Cream, I do believe, is still for sale on the website. So this is sweet vanilla cream, garden blueberries, and a hint of sugar. I think I did an in-depth review of this guy. It basically just smells like a blueberry yogurty type of fragrance. And I don't mean yogurty as in like sour, but like creamy, you know? It's really nice, and burning, it definitely like warms up a little bit more, and just, it fills the space beautifully. It's not too much. I know that some people did not care for this one, and I could understand why. You know, it is definitely one of those blueberry scents that is not like a crazy authentic blueberry. It's more of like a candied blueberry, but it's good. I don't know. I liked it. I think it's worth sniffing out if you're at Bath & Body Works anyway. Okay, lip products this week. I have been wearing the Amuse Bouche lipsticks in the colors Sugarcane and Sake for most of this week. And right now I'm actually wearing the Sugarcane, and that is this pinky nude shade right here. And then the Sake is the beautiful mauve purple shade. And this one definitely is very pigmented on my lips. It's probably a little bit more appropriate as a fall winter type color, but it's really pretty. I happen to really, really love these Amuse Bouche lipsticks. I did a worth the splurge on these. For me personally, they totally are worth the splurge. There's probably one or two more colors that I will pick up at the fall VIB sale, but the brighter stuff in the line doesn't really appeal to me all that much. So for me, the neutrals are really, really pretty, and they wear so nicely throughout the day and just feel good, you know? Like, I don't feel like my lips are like dry after I remove this, but it's such a like long wearing formula that you would almost think that they would dry your lips out, because they do seem to just go and go and go, but they don't. I really, really like this even better than the previous formulation from Bite Beauty, so huge hit for me. Another new thing that I've been wearing, but it's I gotta use a light hand, is the Nightingale Mineral Blush from Becca. Okay, this is intense, and the first time that I did use it, I did notice that I went a little overboard. This is one of those like tap, shake off the excess, and like very gingerly apply to your cheeks to make sure that you tapped off enough excess first, and then go ahead and blend it in. It's that type of blush. It's insanely pigmented, you guys, but it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous with the Sake lipstick. This with a really pretty neutral eye. Lovely. Very, very nice. I like this so much, you guys. I wish that I had a darker complexion to where I could go all out with this, but because of my coloring and the fairness of my skin, I'm going to have to be careful with it, but I love it, and I'm so glad that I finally invested in it. And these Becca blushes are worth every penny, you guys. They're so beautiful. They're really pigmented, long wearing. A little goes a long way. If you're just looking for a few blushes to have in your collection and you're looking for high-end, long wearing, pigmented, beautiful shades, these Becca blushes are worth checking out. The packaging is cute too. It looks like a little spaceship. I don't know, that doesn't appeal to a lot of people, but it does have, just so you're aware, that rubberized texture to it, so these can get kind of dirty, but anyway, Nightingale, I love it. I busted out the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara the other day. I was doing my declutter. If you missed those videos, I'll link them down below. But I was doing my declutter, and I ran across one of these that I had purchased a long time ago and never opened. So I started using it again this week, and I just remember why I love this mascara so much. And it's so cheap, you guys. I think I just need to go back to buying this as like my drugstore go-to. It's the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing. Did I already say that? If I didn't, this is what this is. It's a traditional bristle brush. And I think this retails for $2.99 or $3.99 at Walgreens. Again, I'll try to link it down below, but you should be able to find it in most Walgreens stores if you have one near you. This is a really good volumizing mascara. I don't think it's all that great for lengthening, and I don't know that it's the best for like holding a curl or anything. But for me, my lashes naturally tend to grow up, so I, like this direction instead of out or down. So I don't have to worry about whether a mascara will hold a curl or not. But this is just a really jet black formula that applies beautifully, wears all day, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't transfer on me. It's great, especially for the price. I do love my higher end mascaras like the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes and the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but they do tend to dry out so quickly that it is hard to justify purchasing those repeatedly as like my go-tos. I mean, they're great special treats if I can get them on sale, but I go through mascara. I try to replace it every 6 to 8 weeks at the latest, so that's a lot of money to shell out a month for mascara. So this might be my go-to bet here for the next little bit. And then one more thing before I do mention a flop. Actually, sorry, 2 more things. I have a body care item as well. I've been using this sponge that I got with my Pure, sorry, I have to look at the box, Cameo Contour Stick. And I've been using this to apply my primer in the morning, which is right now the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. I've been using this to apply that because now that it's so much hotter here where I live, I really have to be careful to not have a lot of extra like creamy product on my face. I use that for the SPF, so I do have to apply it fairly generously to start with, but I have been applying it with this and sort of just, making sure that there's not a lot of extra left on my skin. And I find that using a beauty blender product like this really does a wonderful job of getting rid of extra product on your face that you probably don't need anyway. It keeps your makeup from looking cakey. And even throughout the day, sometimes I will go in and sort of like press this into my skin. I know that the Beauty Blender makes like the Blotterazzi thing that is basically like just a cut down version of a Beauty Blender that you can use in that capacity. So sometimes I'll just do that throughout the day, and that helps to soak up any oil that is coming through, and it freshens up my makeup again. Again, this one came with my Pure Cameo Contour dual-ended foundation stick, but you can obviously get a Beauty Blender. This one is really nice and soft and bouncy. It feels a lot like the Beauty Blender. I know that there are the Real Technique sponges out there, and then a couple of others that I've heard are pretty dang good, but I really do like this one. So, but it's been working great for me. So if you're someone that has really oily skin and you do have to apply a liquid SPF or something, this just does a good job of sort of like evening it out without leaving a bunch of extra product on your face, if that makes sense. And one last thing I wanted to mention, the Now Solutions Apricot Oil. I have just been keeping this in my shower, and as soon as I turn the water off, I just take a few drops of this and put it all over my arms and my legs, and then I get out of the shower and like air dry for the most part. I will use a towel obviously in my hair and to like pat off any excess moisture that I have remaining on my skin after I apply this, but it's just been really great at moisturizing my skin. It doesn't leave a terribly greasy like after feel. You definitely know you applied an oil, like don't get me wrong, but it's not overly greasy or heavy, and then it does eventually like sink into your skin, and it just makes your skin so soft. I got this huge thing at Vitacost for like I think less than $10. I do have the coupon code down below to get $10 off your first purchase of $30 at Vitacost. So if you've never placed an order there, they have a lot of really great things like this. There's lots of other oils that I want to try. The sweet almond oil is next on my list, but I should probably work on getting through this 16-ounce container of the apricot oil first, but this has been really great. I might have a coughing fit coming on. We might be okay. Okay, my flop. All right, so Sleek Cosmetics recently sent me a package, and within that package there was a definite flop, and it's their new Sleek Makeup. I think these are called the Lip VIP Semi-Matte Lipsticks. So they sent me, it looks like all the colors that they have in the line. And first off, I don't wear brighter colors. They're just not for me. They do have a few more neutral colors in the range, and that would be the color Reserved. Well, it's not even super neutral. It's pretty bright, let's be honest. But it's on the lighter end of the spectrum. And then they do have kind of a nice nude. This one did open in the package when they sent it to me, so it is a little bit gunked up, but this is Private Booth. And so the flop for me when it comes to these is that they are so thick when you put them on your lips. I think there's a market for these. Some people really like this type of texture, but I just don't like this texture in a lipstick. They are so thick that they just, oh, they're really heavy on your lips, guys, and they're extremely creamy, but they don't dry down in any kind of way. They just continue to have this kind of creamy feel and look to them. This color is gorgeous, by the way. This is the color Guest List. This is not something that I could ever in my lifetime pull off, but it's pretty. The struggle for me is that because of the amount that I eat and talk and drink, this just ended up all over my face. It was quite comical, actually. I think I was wearing the nude shade, and I literally had like this ring of like nude lipstick around my lips, and it just was not flattering. So I don't know, the formula of these just isn't something that I personally gravitate towards, and also the brighter colors that they tend to focus on in this particular line just are not for me personally. If you do like a really creamy lipstick, I would suggest using this with a liner and you know, using the liner to help you keep this product in place, because otherwise I could very easily see it like traveling outside of like your lip area and making you look a little bit silly. Stella actually had to point out that I had lipstick all over my face. But I mean, in terms of like, you know, it applies very creamy. It's moisturizing. It's not drying in any kind of way, but just a little too much. Also, they stain. So like, this is a product that will be on your lips for quite some time, even after it wears off. So there's that. I don't know. I do think some people would probably enjoy this formula. It's just not a formula that I would go for at all. Plus the shade range is not really something that I'm comfortable with. So there you guys go. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I hope everybody has a beautiful and fantastic weekend. And I think that I'm going to upload a Get Ready With Me on Sunday that I recorded a couple weeks ago. So maybe, or I might do it next Monday. I don't know. But I do have a Get Ready With Me that I haven't uploaded quite yet. So we'll see. Okay, that's it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.